Today, we are going to talk about identity and digital media. Let's begin by thinking about personal identity. What is it? Do not worry if it sounds too complex for the concept for you. We are going to break it down together. Most thinkers will say that personal identity is knowing who you are, where you are headed in life, and where you fit into society. Answering these questions can provide stability that a young person needs to transition from dependence on others, childhood, to dependence on himself, adulthood. But let's simplify the process for a second. First, did you ever ask yourself the question, who am I? Since the beginning of time, humans everywhere, in every country, from every culture, have asked themselves that. The complexity of such a simple question is so big that it's not easy to respond to. It is alright if you do not know the answer yet. Our goal today is to help you to reflect upon who you are. We can think about our identity using three basic elements. First, self-concept, who I am. Second, finding continuity on the self in time. I remember who I was when I was a child. Third, I can define myself in contrast with others. You are... Let's carefully review these three ideas. Self-concept. This idea is the result of our interactions with our social environment and the way we think about ourselves. What are my abilities? What are my attributes? Contrast with others. Mikhail Bakhtin, a Soviet thinker that was also a high school teacher, wrote once that the consciousness of one individual is a vacant wrapped in the consciousness of another. Therefore, there we first think of ourselves is the result of our interactions with our mother and father. Then, we change our identity about ourselves when interacting with others in different social situations. And in the 21st century, this process is extended to our activity in digital media. Continuity in time. But wait, before jumping into cyberspace, we must understand that we, as humans, work very hard trying to understand ourselves over time. Therefore, we remember past events in our lives in our minds. Like when we tell stories about ourselves to others, or when we make a photo album or post our lives on social media. Digital citizenship. Now, personal identity is also comprised of all the forms of our self-identification in modern society, such as IDs, passports, social security numbers, health insurance cards, or definitions of ourselves using the terms such as gender, ethnicity, social economic level, school studies, etc. As the Spanish professor Esteban Guitart, identity can be defined by all the ideas that we tell others about ourselves. For instance, A. Traits of our personality, affectional bonds with others, and our life story. B. Self-identification with national, social and cultural groups, for example, ethnicity, specific music tastes, sports clubs, political parties, social activisms, what have you. C. Or simply anything you think or say about how you would like your future to be, and what makes you feel good. And that's it for today. If you have started to reflect upon yourself, your life, or how you interact with others, we have achieved our goal. See you soon!